Welcome back to What Are Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the T92 HMC, the Tier 10 American SPG. This one's located on the northeast corner of Arctic region, otherwise known as Mannerheim Line, and it's under the command of Oksydor of OLIMP. And he's on the NA server again to try and mark his Tier 10 American Arty. 24 centimeters, 1100 alpha, 60 millimeters of pen, and a 46.98 second reload. You can see Oksydor's got it down to 38.93, which is slightly less, it's quite a bit less actually, and he's ready to go to action. They only built 5 of these. They were going to be used for the invasion of Japan. They were going to build more, but there was absolutely no need to because the war was over by then. Because they dropped the bomb. They would have built a lot more, I think, actually. In fact, they had more of the hulls than they actually had of the howitzers. 24 centimeter howitzers are very, very difficult to build. And so they actually used the 8-inch howitzer on a few. Rounds out. Lands short. 224 actual damage, 419 track damage. So he's got to a good start. Usually when at the start of a battle like that, where you are trying to quickly get a shell in on the enemy, when they back off like that, it does actually help just to aim a little further back, just in case they do pull back at the last moment to get into cover. And then obviously got a chance of getting a hit. Now he's doing that this time. He's got him nicely lined up. Oh, the guy pulls forward, rounds out. Direct hit. 471 and loads more stun assist. Oh yes, he's getting loads off this one. That was a very worthwhile shot, that one. Well, 2 enemy vehicles here. A Jaeger who's being absolutely hammered to there. I think that's by, or maybe by a bat chat. Certainly an autoloader just unloading into the guy. We don't seem to have an autoloader, so it may have been the Bosch. You never know. Anyway, there is a Gorilla 15 over on that corner as well. It was the TVP that was unloading into him. Well, that probably stunned both of them, the Gorilla 15 and the Jaeger. Unfortunately, it appears the TVP T5051 hasn't reloaded yet. I was trying to think which of the tanks actually had the ability to unload those shells. It was only when I saw the TV I thought, yes, that's definitely the one. Okay, the E900 decided to make a quick dash across the middle. Bad move, because he's actually now receiving the shells from that TVP. And we picked up some stun assist there, not a lot. And now we're getting more. Oh, that was good. The 900 is now down. So changing position to avoid counter battery. Well, that BZ-75 made a very, very silly move there and is now turned turtle. And the 60 TP, if he's smart, will actually hide behind that BZ and just hammer shells into the tank that's behind whilst we hit the BZ. Oh, he righted himself. He semi-righted himself. And the 60 TP just went down. The BZ uses his rockets to get out of there. So self-righting seems to be the automatic thing now for the BZ-75s. If you hit them with an artillery round, they flip themselves over. Not nice. And more than a little strange. Well, you can see Oksydor's anticipating that BZ-75 is going to come around that corner, try and get shots on our teammates. There he is. He's a little below you. Oh! Well, we just lost our Heshbon there to the BZ. Or is it? No, it's the AMX M454 that got the kill shot. Just wait for it to dial in. Looks like one of the shells might have hit the guy on the roof. Oh, a splash kill on the Leopard 1. So Oksydor has his first kill, but sadly we've lost all but one of the enemy of our teammates who are up on that corner. The only one left is the T100 LT, and well, it would be advisable for him to pull back. He's still got most of his hit points though. I would think that that BZ-75 is going to have some more friends join him very shortly. But we're going to put a shell in there, rounds out. Hits the bunker instead. Yep, his friends have joined him. The AMX M454 suddenly appeared. Oh, it's a pity we're not getting the shots in at this moment, because that will be a lot of stun assist. But the BZ-75's finally taken down by our Foch 155. We're one tank behind at the moment. The M454 just knocked a tree over. We seem to push the enemy to a stalemate down below on the ice area, on the ice road. Can we get a shot? Oh, just a fraction of a second too late on the griller. It was placed in the right area just in case the guy pulled back. Now, he's only got one more round left of the extra HE, and then he's going to be using the stun shells again. Gorilla's lining up a shot. That tank destroyer does dial in very, very quickly indeed. Okay. Rounds out. Oh, it overshot. Oh dear. That would have been a very good shot if it had actually hit target. The HE, the extra HE shells actually have got 1420 alpha, which means that if he actually got a direct hit, a penetrating shot, then he possibly would have virtually wiped out that griller, possibly taken him out of the game altogether. So he's back to the 1100 alpha of the stun shells, going for the Striv 103B. 429 from Splash. Well, despite the fact that the enemy team seems to be trying to push us and pressure us into the northeast corner of the map, and oh no, this is not good. The T100 LT was forced into a quick evacuation of that area by the Striv. But the good news is that Oksydor is now fully dialed in and rounds out. Direct hit, 430. And he's heavily stunned, and the T100 might try to get a bit of damage himself there. Those Strivs are very vulnerable when they're in siege mode. They're not only slow, but the fact is that they are presenting a plate to us which could be as thin as 30 millimeters. And he's gone! The shell wiped him out. It was a blind hit, but he'd only been not visible for a short period of time. But the enemy tank just appeared suddenly as a wreck. It's difficult to get a shell in between two tanks that are grappling like that, or face hugging. Well, he's stunned the M5Y, who has taken damage, so it was worthwhile. And the yes, the M5Y just died to our Jaegeru. It looks like the enemy in the west have actually pulled back, because we're 2 tanks up on the enemy now. They've only got 4 left. As far as we can tell, it's just the Arty and the 2 tank destroyers, which are the Jaegeru and the Death Star, and their AMX M454. So they've probably fallen back to their own cap area and are now defending that. 3 shells left. Although we're aiming in this direction, actually, there's this, as far as we can tell, there's no enemy in this corner of the map. If there were enemy, the Foch wouldn't be falling back the way he is. I think he thinks that there's less enemy in that direction. Meanwhile, our teammates are flooding in down the south route. That's why Oksydor's redirecting his aim down there. And there's the first one, the Death Star. Just dialing in, let it settle. Oh, he fired just as, and he would have got a direct hit as well. He fired just as the enemy got wiped out. Yes, I think a move is warranted. The Foch has actually gone. He's already headed off into the enemy area. Only 3 left. The Batchat's probably right in the tree line at the back. The Jaegeru and the AMX M454. Oksydor's decided to go into the bushes. And the enemy's just lost their Arty. So that's going to be interesting. They've lost their support. No sign of the Jaegeru or the M454 so far. Very strange indeed, because you would have expected them to go back to their cap area, try and defend it, but it looks like they did stick around in the northwest corner of the map. 2-minute warning. Well, the AMX M454 has been spotted, and we can possibly get a shell into that corner. Rounds out. Oh, unfortunately that just stunned our teammate. We've got our last shell going into the breach now. Now, we are capping, so the enemy does have to come back to their own cap, or they will lose by default. But they might still say, oh well, we'll take the loss, but we'll try and get an extra kill just before the end of the game. So, last minute. Where is the Jaegeru? I think he's a lot closer than we believe at the moment. Oh, he's been spotted. There he is. Direct hit, 254. And we got the stun assist as well. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Oksydor in the T92 HMC. He managed to get a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. And his win rate from the game, 4,738, which is super unicum and a bit more. but sadly no medals from that one. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage because that went to the Jaeger. He got 5,377, but second highest damage went to Oksydor with 3,955, and the third highest damage in the game actually went to the Death Star on the enemy team, the FB215B183, who got 3,589 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was the Jaeger again with 3 kills alongside the Wizzy 113GFT, and 2 kills went to Oksydor, the AMX50B, the Object 140, the T124, and on the enemy team, their Batchat 155-58 and Gorilla 15. When it came to base XP, it's Oksydor. Yes, he did enough damage and stun assist in that game. 993 went to the to Oksydor. 983 went to 988 rather went to the Jaeger. Just 5 experience points left, and the Object 140 got 876. He fired all 16 rounds in the game, got 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetration, and 13 splash. If he'd actually got the kill with that last round, he would have earned a Phaeton's medal as well, which would have been rather nice. Now, I think we can see that the penetrating shot, well, it wasn't on the Striv. Now, I thought it was on the Striv, but it wasn't on this occasion. So, was it the Leopard? No, the BZ. Yes, it was the BZ75. He hit him for 1,128 in total. Okay, 3,955 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2, 419 hit points of damage assistance, and just under 2,000, 1,999 stun assist of 10 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 9,643 credits profit from the game, got 7 bonds and 1,489 experience points. So he's keeping up his averages, which means that it won't be long before he 3-marks this Arty on the NA server. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.